How about video number 7 of the copyright course? This is it. I wanted to dress things up a bit. Here's Luigi, here's Rudolph. So last time it was all about rewriting that service page completely from scratch, and we got something okay. Today we're going to be changing it, tweaking it, but the thing is, I'm tempted to look at the visuals and to tweak the styling, but we're going to concentrate on the writing. And the reason why we do writing is because, well, this is a copywriting series, but also because the words, they're going to do the job of answering questions that the person might have. They come here for a reason. We want to help them with their progress, so that's why the text does most of the work. And maybe if we have time, we'll do styling. So what we have here is all right, but there are problems with it. Just to recap, we've got this page, which is the entry page, the change anything kit described as an overview. We answer the question, what's this kit composed of? And we answer the question, is it for my situation? So we show the two tools, we show situations that they may relate to, we show these interruptions in the sequence of situations to try to relate to some of the questions they might have. Am I the right person to make these changes? And at the end, I finish with an about me, with these two links saying learn the technique yourself or schedule a call with me. They could be more prominent, but they're there. On this page here, the learn on your own page, I say what these two techniques are and the two techniques that I've used, so it's become personal. And then I show that there's a video. I show that I have some articles if the video would be too long for them to watch, or they can take a course, or we can start with a coaching call, and I finish with an about me as well. Coaching call, if they land here, it's because they're attracted to this option, but even if they went to the other page before, I have to treat this as a standalone page. And I describe my call offering and my approach, just to get a sense of, is it all about these techniques, or is the coaching call about helping the person, or just me telling about my techniques? So I reassure them for that hesitation. I give some situations that are specifically that require an urgency that a call would be more useful for. And at the end, I've got my calling options. There's a few things I don't like. The tagline, mental reprogramming tools and coaching call, it's kind of cold. It's kind of formulaic. And also what's missing is the fact that these are my techniques. You've come to not the official changing anything kit, because in there's kind of a pretense that I've got the kit for change anything. How about I just say that it's from me? And that would be a great place for me to have a link to go find out more about me. That would scroll down the page, for example. Over here, I like the fact that we had mental reprogramming at the top, and that was kind of a good anchor thing. But if we say learn 2 mental reprogramming techniques, that would be a different title for this. That would be better. And coaching call could be something different. I like just the overall tone of this to help change situations like these. It's conversational. I like it. That section here, it feels like I can relate if there's a real person behind this, so I like it. On this sense here, where text at the top describes the essential technique, but it doesn't say why that's important. Over here, I'm irked about the styling of it and how things are aligned, and so I might touch it right away. Over here, they may be asking, is this the same set of situations as the other page? So maybe I can reassure them with something else. So I've got my work cut out for me. I'm going to get at it, and then we'll compare the two versions. Okay, so here's what I got. I did change from using this at the beginning to using just by Pascal Liberté. And I did this because I was pretty confident that using the words mental reprogramming right here would be enough. Although this is kind of small on the page, I thought it would be enough, that it answered the most important question, why am I here, what's this all about, am I at the right spot? I highlighted this text, made it bigger, and I changed the text for the 2 tools. Learn the 2 techniques, or let's have a call. And those are the 2 tools with some things below it and a further description if you'd like to scroll down, to help situations like these. And then now what I do is I highlight some of the words to help the eye scan the page. I reproduced these 2 links. It's clear that this one is not clickable, so that's the one you're on. I don't like this very much. I don't think it's very clear, so I've got an idea about how to improve that I may put in the final version. Here I also rewrote a bit about these 2 texts here, and I go explicit what each of these tricks is all about. Then I decided to change this heading here and go fewer words, video with examples. In the video below, see how the following 3 situations, and I repeat the pattern of listing situations with highlighters. Below, I've got the list of articles that I repurposed, and I've brought in the subtitles from these articles too. Over here, or you can take the course. I didn't want to sound like, oh, this is what you can do. I stated the benefit. To go deep, take this course. This is still a bit too imperative. Then after that, or let's start with the coaching call. I changed it to, or start with what you know. And so in contrast with everything else on the page, which is about learning, here I'm saying, how about you start with what you know? I reiterate that you can use number 2 for that. So tool number 2, let's have a call and use the knowledge you have. And as the other page, I've got an about me on that page as well. And I use a highlighter here to highlight something that they may connect with. And so for each page, you can click about me and it brings you down that page to the about me section at the bottom. And each about me is made to be useful for that page. The last page, the coaching page, I changed the layout of this to be 2 columns. I still don't love it, but it's going to be good enough for now. And I've got my 2 options here. The My Approach section has the most important thing in bold. Over here, the list of situations, what I did is I repeated the pattern again of situations that are like this, centered with the little dots and with something highlighted. But I make the emphasis that these are the more timely situations. And in a way, it's not important that they know that it's a different list or that it's a cut down list. It's just important that if people come here first, they'll be able to connect with these situations. I repeat my calling options at the bottom of the page, and then I introduce this idea, or maybe learning the techniques might be helpful, and another about me tailored for this coaching page that talks a bit about my own experience, just to say a bit about what I considered my own shortcomings or my own things that I needed to get over, and that to connect with people that might have gone through the same thing. And this is to increase the amount of trust in my ability to help them. And so there you have it. This is roughly what I'm going to launch later today. Thanks for checking out the series on copywriting. My next series in December is going to be about personal development. Click the subscribe button below if you'd like to be notified. We'll see you in December. And here's some wrapping paper.